So let's create the fifth sheet here. Now we'll go ahead and do it for the BHK numbers so that the person can understand that, for example, if you want to buy a property, so for how many kind of rooms or what is the amount that he needs to shell out. So this is just a draft here again, as I've been doing earlier. And let's go to let's try and do it again for you. So I'll remove everything out of here. Now I'll pick up the BHK number. Now there's one difference here. BHK number, this will be, I'll have to change it to a dimension. That how many BHK numbers do we have here? Okay, so I'll change it to a dimension. Then I'll pick up the BHK again, but this time I'll make it as a count so that I can get the count that what is the kind of uh, differences that I have. Okay. Then let's, this is fine. Let's go to the size. Yeah. Now I can see here that I have a lot of outliers. These doesn't make any more sense to me. So let's do it this way. Let's try and reduce it to maybe 9 by, yeah, if I remove it to 9 still, so I go to 7, apply. Yeah, so this is the basic, I would say this is what I have here as the count. And then now if I try to find the prices for the same per square feet price, so I put it here. I get this, but this one doesn't make sense to me. I'll create a line draft for the same. And so I can see here 2 BHKs have the highest per square feet prices from here. And now let me make it a little more, I would say, visible for you guys. Let's put the city in the filters so that show filter, edit it again. So if I do maybe Dehradun again, but that's what I'm getting here. Here in Dehradun, 3 BHKs are a little more expensive than 2 BHKs because 3 BHKs also have a very high count. And 1 BHK is, so 1 BHK has a little more higher price. Yeah. So now let's do it this way. Let's change the color. So for color, I'll pick up the per square feet price, put it in the color, then I'll go ahead and edit it for you. Now If I do so, I need to step it a bit, apply. Okay, I've edited the bottom line. I don't want that right now. I need to go to the count one first. Count. In this, I'll pick the PHK number, put it in the, change it to dimension. Yeah, now I'll go ahead and edit the color. I need a little fancier type. Let's pick this one. Step the colors a little bit more. Click on apply. But rather than going to this, let's create it to count and yeah. So uh, let's remove this one. Let's just take the PHK numbers and put it in the colors. And then count. Okay, so count of PHK numbers. Now let's edit the color here so that you can get a better idea for this. Let's change it to a little better option, I'd say. Step the colors a little bit. Apply. Okay. Yeah, this makes more sense. Let's try it here. And if you want to see the trend line, now obviously trend line doesn't seems very good like this. Let's edit the color, make it to something more very prominent type, reduce the steps, apply, reversed. Okay, no, reverse doesn't make sense. Edit, let's apply. Okay, now this is which gives me the BHK number and the pricings. Now let's put in the price also. So again the same thing, put it in the label. This I have put it in the label. Then again count of BHK, here I need the count, so I'll go to BHK, put it in the count, put it count. Okay, so these are the pricings. Now let's come to this, go to text format, again do the same thing, custom currency. Okay, pricing. I hope by now you guys understand why I'm doing this. Then go to, then let's just equally pick up the color. So I picked up the color here. Then let's again go to the grid lines. Grid lines, let's make it very more less opaque. So this gives a very good picture here. Then let's first let's change the axis, make it bold and white. Okay, let's do the same thing for this. Format, Let's make it white and bold. Okay, and let's do the same for this one as well. So bold and white. And now let's try to reduce the size. You'll understand why I'm reducing the sizes. It will make a lot more sense later on, because when we'll try to put everything into a dashboard. Currently, you may feel a lot that why am I going through the hassle of changing everything, but trust me, down the line it will make sense. Columns, I'll try and change. Well, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'll figure out with you guys how to remove these lines, or maybe this line. So let's see how it works. No, it didn't work. Let's go to this. Yeah, this worked. Okay, row divider none. Hmm, row grid zero line. Let's make it a bolder one. Yeah, column zero line. Let's make it a bolder one. So it's all about the more you practice, the more you understand how things work here. So I think this looks pretty good now. Let's try and format this as well. Bold. Okay, so this makes more sense now. Let's do the same thing. So this is BHK number versus per square feet price. Select all bold, white. Sorry, I've been keeping it blue. Let's keep it blue. Then go to 18, do that, and apply. So by this, we till now we have created 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th. Let's rename it BHK number versus per square feet. Let's this way. Okay. So that's how it goes till now. Okay, so this is the six sheet. Uh, in this one, making it for RERA and per square feet. So RERA, I'll even tell. We'll see here that what is the RERA registered count and what is the per square feet. So I'll pick up RERA. I'll go here. I'll move it to dimension because I want 0 and 1. Then I'll convert it to discrete so that I get 0 and 1, because 0 is basically no and 1 is basically yes. I'll show you how to convert it to exactly what we want, and I'll put it to RERA, and then I'll change it to counts. Now this tells me that uh, 20,000 overall are not registered and about 9,000 are RERA registered. Now if I want to edit it, what I do is edit alias and change it to no, and this one edit alias, change it to yes. Okay, so now it has been changed. Okay, makes much more sense. And now I want the price. So for the price, I'll pick up the price, go to the label. So this is the price. Again, I'll go to format, go to custom currency. Okay. And now I want to change the color. So I'll go back, I'll pick up radar, put it into color, but I don't want that. I want it to be dimension, and I want it to be discrete. So now you can see this makes much more sense. Let's again go ahead and go to the format section. Let's fill up the sheet with this color. Well, you can choose not to do it as well. It's your personal preference. I like to keep it this way. Then I go to format. I select the white, put the bold, do the same thing here. Select the white, put the bold, then do the same thing here. Select the white, put the bold. Then go to grid lines, rows, make it very less opaque, and then change it Vera versus Vera registered listing versus listing count versus per square feet price. Let's change the color to what it was. Bold, what it was. Okay, put it in. Maybe 16. Or let's make it 18 again. Okay. So as I told you earlier that we may end up editing a lot of things what we are doing here. That depends on how uniform the dashboard looks and what are the things which we feel we should change. Okay. So let's change it as well. Rera versus price. Then let's move to another one. Now we'll go and see if resale. Resale is almost in the similar form. So I'll do the same thing quickly here. Go to some dimension, resale, discrete, count. Okay, so I got the counts here. I can arrange it. Then let's reduce it, reduce the size, expand it as per the need. Change the alias. Yes. And let's change the alias to no. Then let's pick up resale, put it in color, do the same thing, discrete, then count. I don't want count, I want dimension. Then I go change the color, edit colors. Resale, dimension, discrete, yeah. So now this has changed. Let's put the city column in the filters. Use all. Okay. Every time you don't need to show the filters, but this is the same thing in an either way. And I'll even tell you a different way to do a shortcut for the same. So let's go to the format section, fill the sheet again with the color, same color. Okay, filled in. Format, let's change it to white, bold. Let's do the same for this. Format, white, bold. Let's go to the grid lines, columns, rows. Let's make it very blunt. Okay. And now comes to the same point here wherein we take the per square feet price, put it in the label section, then go to format, go to number, custom currency, okay, select it, white, bold. Format, white, control alt, resale versus per resale status versus per square foot price. Okay, so that's this one. Now let's change it, resale status versus per square foot price. Okay, now let's go to under construction. Similar, everything remains the same because even this data is in the same form 0 and 1. And let's make it discrete. Under construction, let's go to the count section. Okay, so from here we can see majorly the properties that has been listed uh, are not are still under majorly one that has been they are not under construction, some are under construction. So let's reduce the size, expand it a little, edit the alias, no, yes. Again, pick up under construction, put it in discrete, then make it a dimension, discrete. Let's edit the colors. make it green and no, let's make it black. Okay, let's go to the edit section, edit access, sorry. Go to the format section, fill in the sheet color, go to the grid lines, make it very less opaque, a little more. Format, white, bold, format, white, bold, go here, format, white, bold, okay. And so we come to the same point. Let's put in the per square feet price, label, go here, format, currency custom, go here, white, bold, okay. Now we could do it this way also. We have kept it yes or no. Apart from that, if we don't want that, we can put in the aggregate price here as well. Whatever suits you. I'm liking it this way. I'm keeping it this way. If you want, you can change it. Then I'll rename it to under construction status versus per square feet price, bold, blue. Okay, so we've covered almost all the features that we had. Let's label it as well under construction versus price. Okay, so till now we have reached here, we have used all the ones. So latitude, longitude doesn't make a lot more sense here. Rera, square feet, and so all of these has been covered up now. And so now let's go and create a dashboard out of this. First of all, we need to select the pixels. So I'll increase the width. Okay, so I have increased the width, and so it's better to increase the width as per our case here. Now, what we need to do is first we need to put in the prices. So let's bring in. So if you want it to be flexible, press shift, then pick the one that you want. So I want it this way. I dragged it here. Now one thing here, you need to format the background color of this one, dashboard format, and I want the same color, so I picked this one. Now I can see here that the per square feet price, format, sheet, per square feet, the color doesn't match basically. So I need to go here, put it this one. Okay. Everywhere the color isn't right, I'll have to correct it. Let's correct all of it. Or let's make it a little darker. Let's pick this one for everyone. Okay, so I've done it for everyone. Let's go to dashboard, sheets, dashboard, rows, columns. Okay, now let's go to dashboard. Okay, so we are at the last stage of this. Let's put everything together and let's get done with this. So what I've done is I wanted, now if you remember, I've been selecting city as a filter for everything. So we'll do that same. I have picked up a city filter. I've dragged this per square feet here, but that came in the city. And this has been done by I've pressed shift and then done it. Now if you see these two texts here, I prefer to keep it by doing it through the text one. I'll show you further how I'm doing it. So by using the text one, I have put this here. Now I put the per square feet price. Now apart from this, now let's bring in the top 31. Or rather than top 30, let's bring in these one by one. First of all, let's bring in BHK, RHK. Okay, it's a little too big for my liking. Let's reduce this, reduce the size, apply, still very big for my liking. Let's make it 14, apply. Looks okay. City, I'll keep the filters here for now. Rest we'll see if what we'll do. So this is the BHK, RHK. Now let's take the posted by. Let's pick the filters, bring it here. Pick the filter, bring it here. Let's edit the size. Let's edit the size. 14, apply. Okay. Let's see. Let's bring it a little more close. Yeah, much better. Then BHK versus this. All per square feet. This makes sense to be kept here. This is too big. I'll make it 14. Apply. Okay. Don't worry about the alignment. We'll sort it out eventually. So let's paste it here. Let's make it a little more smaller from here as well. Little. Then let's take radar, make it smaller. Then I'll keep it here for now. Then again, do the same thing. 14. Apply. Okay. Now let's start with this. Let's reduce the size a little. This also a little so that it doesn't look awkward. Then we'll go to this, reduce it a little more. Do the same with all the others. And then finally, let's pick the under construction. Okay, so these has been sorted. Now let's remove the city ones from here. all the city ones apart from the one that we have at the top. Hmm, price per square feet won't be needed. Now let's keep these filters here. Posted by, Zera registered, then resale, and then finally under construction. Now see, this looks so good, and we'll put it as format filter, customize. Mm, mm, show title applied to worksheets, selected worksheets. So by this will be applied to city folder, will be applied to all the worksheets. Okay, so now we can see here that it takes in all the things, all the pricings and everything. Now let's format grid lines. Yeah, much better. Then rows, columns. The default. Top 30. Format columns. Okay, so we have corrected this one. Now let's look at this. Okay, this looks much better. So these are the pricings according to that. These are the BHK prices, and let me track it down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this is a dashboard. Now let's bring in some more text. price prediction dashboard by Ashish Chandra. I'll select it, put it bold, make it a little larger, put a very different color here. That's the heading of your dashboard. Now if I go ahead and select a city, the whole dashboard should change accordingly. See, if you guys want to change anything, it will tell you what is the per square feet price, what is the room wise numbers, what is everything. It will tell you about everything here. If you can see, as the filter changes, Darjeeling, then we move to Dehradun. So that's how a basic dashboard is created. Okay, now let me just do one thing here. Edit access 0 to 9, still huge. Let's make it 7, still big. Edit access 5. Okay, this makes more sense. Gives you a very clear picture. Now let's change Dharwad. Yeah. So now by this we can see that we have created a dashboard which is very dynamic and which is working, which makes a lot more sense. And if you want, you can even upload it to the server. Go to the server here, and all you need to do is first sign in and then click on publish workbook. What that does is this will upload your work in the Tableau public profile. So as I'm trying to open this here for you guys. Okay. So this will show something like this. It's not the exact project. I have already things uploaded here. It's just show something like this. Okay. So this is how end-to-end Tableau project can be used, and things I've tried to explain it in as detail as I could. You can fiddle around with a lot of things. It's not that this is the only way it can be done. There's a lot of other ways. You can be as creative as you want. I've tried to keep it very simple for you. The data set that I took was had some complications, very little ones, but it still tells you or gives you a little picture here. And so we'll go ahead and save this file now. Save as. We'll save it in. I'll save it in that desktop with the name of Shabir Final. And so that's it, I guess. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to Shabir Governor or me. If you want, I'll ask him to share my email address in the description. So rest, if you have any more questions, please feel free to leave your comments. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye, people.